Hello everyone. Thank you for coming to Mary's Little House again. Today was a beautiful day. It was in a way cool in the 80s. We had such a beautiful day. I saw two tiger swallowtail butterflies. They were flying, frolicking in the air together. So it was such a beautiful sight. Two of them, showing off in an air show, frolicking together across the front yard. Two yellow tiger, two tiger swallowtail butterflies. They were beautiful. That was such. I never saw them together like that before. And when I was coming home from adoration today, I saw two a mother doe, a deer, and her fawn in the backyard. Not someplace else, but in our backyard, in Mary's Little House's backyard. I was so happy to see them. They stayed a long time. They watched me as I drove up the driveway and stayed, and we sort of looked at each other for a long time until they left to go up Mary's Path, which leads up to the shrine of Our Lady of the Snows. But the little fawn was losing its spots. It's a sort of junior now, and because winter's coming, and he's got to be pretty strong to endure the winter, his first winter that's coming up pretty soon. I'm so glad to see you. I got everybody here. Angel's right here, and oh, she's gone. Marigold was up there getting everything messed up on the back here. She left. She's went to her food, but Peanut's here. Peanut just thinks everything philosophically. He'll say hello to everybody. Make your cameo appearance here. Okay, look at the thing here. Okay. Oh, he's so shy. He's looking at Angel. Angel, you be a good dog down there. Okay. Okay. Anyway, here we are. Mary's little lamb dog at Mary's Little House, and Angel's just going to walk in and go to his pillow in the bedroom. Okay. Better get going here. Today I want to talk about heroism. Can't even pronounce it. Anyway, to be a hero, youth. Someone said, and I don't have the quote exactly right, but youth is made for heroism, not for softness, not for a soft life. They want adventure. They want heroism. They're made for that. And otherwise everything's boring. They want adventure. They want nobility. They want goodness, and that's what when I grew up I wanted that. I was inspired by Joan of Arc, and going against the English in the Battle of New Orleans and restoring Orleans, and I was inspired by all that, and people, John Wayne in the movies. I mean, how did we win the wars without John Wayne? But anyway, I inspired by heroism, and when I read about the early Christians, that's what I was really inspired about. You remember the first 3 centuries? They were persecuted in the Roman Empire. The Roman Empire was all over the place. I mean, it was a known world. I mean, the East hadn't been opened up, and the Far East and everything. But so the Roman Empire, to be a Christian in the Roman Empire was a death sentence, or you lost all your job, you lost your property, you were confiscated. It was bad news. You had to be a hero to be a Christian. You had to be ready to die for the faith to be a Christian. So anyway, I thought of they described one of the martyrs that they would go to mass in the morning underneath the ground in the burial places called the catacombs. They were like tunnels, and on the sides of them they would cut places for the deceased. Well, anyway, they would celebrate Mass, the Eucharist, down in these tunnels, in these catacombs, over the bones, over the graves of the martyrs. And that's where we get the custom even today. When you go to Mass, the altar has a little, where the Mass is celebrated on, the altar has a little relic of a martyr, of a saint. It comes from that custom where the early Christians celebrated over the tomb of a martyr, of a saint. Well, anyway, so they would go to Mass, and this, I don't know all the details of it, but what really hit me, what really struck me, what really inspired me was this young man. He would go to Mass, he would receive Eucharist. Well, the Eucharist is the body and blood, soul and divinity of our Lord under the signs of bread and wine. Well, when you drank the precious blood, the wine transubstantiated into Jesus' body, his blood, well, you had wine on your breath. Well, the way the Roman soldiers would capture Christians, what they would smell the breath of the Christian in the morning. See, nobody drinks wine in the morning. No, you don't drink wine. You don't drink alcohol in the morning, unless we have a problem, I guess. I mean, I know my friends have a problem. They drink wine to get down from the, that's different. Anyway, no one drinks. So this young man, he went wherever he was supposed to be going, and the Roman soldiers stopped him, and he didn't care. He was ready to die for Christ, and they arrested him because he was at a Eucharist, and it was wrong to go to the Eucharist. It was a felony, or what do you want to call it, a death sentence to go to the Eucharist. And so they arrested him, and he died a heroic life. Well, I said, wow, that's beautiful. That he would first of all, go to the Eucharist knowing that he could get in bad trouble, get arrested and be put to death, but also that he wasn't afraid of the Roman soldiers, and when he was condemned to death, and he died for Christ, in witness to Christ. So that was, to me, a real heroic thing. And I said, what about me? When I was a kid, I was thinking all this stuff. And I'm still thinking of it today. Where's my heroism? Where's my nobility? There's no Roman soldiers looking for me to smell my breath if I've been to the Eucharist. There's nobody, because we have freedom here, thank God. Other places don't have freedom. Oh my goodness, that's not good. In some of the places in the East, in the Middle East and all, and in China, they don't have freedom of religion. Anyway, and they are persecuted for their faith, arrested for their faith. Anyway, but here in the United States, we got freedom. We could go to church. Nobody's going to arrest us when we're coming out of Mass or anything like they did in the first 3 centuries of the Roman Empire, before Constantine gave us the freedom, gave the church freedom to worship, not down in the underground tunnels in the catacombs, but come up and start. And he started help building the basilicas and things. Him and his saintly mother, Saint Helena. But anyway, where is how can I be a hero? How can I love Christ? I don't have anybody to arrest me. Don't have anybody so I could die a martyr. Well, it's what they call white martyrdom. Now, what is that? White martyrdom. Red martyrdom is when you do die, when your blood actually flows. That's a red martyrdom. The church wears red vestments when they celebrate a martyr, because they gave their lives, which is in the form of their blood. Blood is the substance of life. They died giving their lives in a bloody way, dying for Christ. Well, what about us guys who don't and gals who can't die for Christ like that? There's a white martyrdom, and that was got me excited. The white martyrdom is when we are faithful to God in our daily lives, in the daily humdrum of routine. White martyrdom is. Oh, I'm almost losing my. Oh, here we are again. I lost my screen here. Oh boy, I need a technician here. I need my expert. Anyway, so how do I give my life for Christ now? How can I be a hero? Well, it won't be a glorious thing. People won't read in the paper, oh, this poor guy, he was persecuted for his faith. No one will probably even know about it. But that's okay. We're not there to be to be honored or something. We're honoring Jesus. And the white martyrdom is that we die to our own self. We by doing God's will, not our own will, in our daily duties. And that's exciting. I can be just as courageous as that young man who just went to Mass in the catacombs, and the soldiers out there were waiting for him to see if he did, by smelling his breath, to see if he had the breath of the precious blood of the wine on his breath. I can be by doing my daily duty, by doing it with love, with decisiveness, with passion, by doing it with all my heart, and that really puts a spark in your life. It really makes it adventuresome. Because we're always looking to what do you want, God? How may I please you? What is your will? It's always something new. By the way, it's the greatest joy we could ever have in life, by pleasing God, by loving Him with all our being. So just as that young man was taken and put in prison and brought before the prefect to be condemned to death by some horrible way, I and all of you could have the martyrdom of the white martyrdom, by loving God, by in being faithful to God, in serving Him, in doing all we can to spread God's love to everyone in the whole world, to spread the good news that Jesus died for us and rose for us, that He loves us, just by the way we act, the way we talk, the way we treat others with great kindness and compassion. And we can do it with the same love and the same passion as these early martyrs did when Christianity just began in the Roman Empire. So it's exciting. It's exciting. So even getting this YouTube done, I can to the best of my ability. Boy, it's a mess, but it's my best right now to do it for God and to spread the good news that God loves you. God bless you now.